Everybody, TB Sports 27 on the air live as the Utah Utes dynasty rolls on game 4, and we are looking for back-to-back national championships for the first time in our not young, I mean, we're 15 years into this thing, in our long, storied career. Thanks for coming back for a part 2 here. Big thank you to all our Patreon supporters that help make this thing possible. If you want to see TB Sports 27 stream every day, if you want to help make this a full-time gig, consider supporting the channel on Patreon, checking us out at our Ko-Fi links, and checking us out on Streamlabs as well. Help support the channel, and we'll try to bring as much content as we possibly can. Luna's joining us, TB Sports mascot Luna. You want to say something to the people, Luna? No, you just want to sit here? Okay. So we begun the second half here. If you missed the first half, you can check out the archives on YouTube, or you can check out the replay over on our Patreon page. We're also going to start going live, not live, but we will be uploading on Patreon the post report, the post-week report for every week. We'll show you all the scores, all the big upsets. We'll show you the recruitment and preview the next game. And the reason we do that is because it takes so long to simulate in between weeks. It's like a good solid 4 to 5 minutes to simulate. So rather than have you guys sit there and look at it, if you guys want to see what that's like, you can check out the archives because we did that before. But for the casual fans, we're going to get you in, get you out. We're going to give you the gameplay. We'll keep you up with the records and the stats and the standings and all that. But for the hardcores that want to get all the bonus, they want to get all the scores, they want to see all the recruitment stuff and all of that kind of things and bowl projections, we're going to drop that as a bonus for our Patreon supporters. So come get some extra content and help support the channel at the same time by joining us over on our Patreon page. Thousands of hours of content we got to have up there by now. Hundreds and hundreds of videos and early stream releases. This one is going to be released early. It is September 5th as we are streaming this. This will not be uploaded on YouTube until December. September, October, November, December. 3 months plus this is going to be uploaded. But if you join us over on Patreon, you will get this stream as soon as it drops. You can also join us live for free on Twitch. If you join us live on Twitch, you get all the streams as they happen. But if you can't join us live on Twitch, if there's a time zone, I know I got a lot of folks from England that join us. We got folks from India that join us as well. If you're not able to join us live, Patreon's the place to be. You get all the streams early and ad-free. No monetization on those bad boys right up there. So get all the stuff early, ad-free, and help support TB Sports at the same time. It's a win-win. You guys get bonus content, you get early content, and you help support the channel so we can keep this thing going. We can buy you new games, we can get new equipment, we can get all the good stuff. Right now, we want to get some new equipment on Air Force because they're driving down the field here. 13-7. Number 1 has been held in this game. We've had some blowouts all season long in our 3 games up to this point. We had South Alabama put some scores on us, but Air Force is making our defense, or making our offense blush now. They're making them look one-dimensional here, putting them through the ringer. And right now, the offense for Air Force and Bryant on the slowest read option, Peyton Manning style. Thomas Bryant, touchdown. And the Air Force Falcons, USA clad, they're an extra point away from taking the lead on number 1, guys. This is what happens when you don't play this game for almost a year. You get rusty. Rusty Shackelford. You forget what you're doing out there, and you fall apart. By God, you fall apart. So we're going to Andrew Cross, got to get going here. Got to move this thing here. Unacceptable right now to be trailing. Big 12 conference game. Newton's got an opening. In Madden, while it's almost impossible to do kick returns, this game it's much easier to do kick returns. So we'll see if we can't get back to the running game here. There's the give to Bradford, who gets tripped up. Should I do another conference realignment to kind of match what's happening in college football this year, or what's going to happen next year, and move all the teams around? But you can't delete conferences, so we'd have to figure out a way to have a Pac-12, you know? Andrew Cross gets that one away to Jermaine Cox. Maybe I'll look at it and see if we can figure out a way. Now, obviously, we've played many years in the future, so we already have teams like SMU that we put in the SEC because of their success, where they're going to the ACC this year, and I think we have Central Michigan in the Big Ten. But maybe we can like play around with that. We'd have to lose Texas and Oklahoma, put them in the SEC. My God, again. Andrew Cross again. He's having another one of his inconsistent days. And that's what we said about him. He's good, but he has inconsistent days a lot, and that really hurts us. I'll play around with it and see. We also don't have the benefit of having as many teams in college football as they have this year. Like Jacksonville State and, Coastal Carolina's not in this game, and Appalachian State and all that stuff. So that is something that we got to take into consideration if we want to try to match what they're doing. But again, it's going to be kind of hard because we'd kind of have to figure out a way. I think you have to have at least so many teams in the Pac-12. You can't just delete a conference. But if we can figure out a way, maybe we can do like 4 teams in the Mountain West and 4 teams in the Pac-12 and just kind of be like, in our own mind, that be one super conference. Even though on paper it would be, separate conferences, but we could say that, whoever had the best record out of those 8 teams, and that's how we can kind of get away with it. Right, Luna? Right, Luna. Luna's just sitting here, TB Sports mascot, doing her thing. 3rd and 12, and there's the sack. So this Utah defense continues. It's been interesting. The first play, or the first drive of the first half and the first drive of the second half has been resulting in points for the Air Force Falcons. But other than that, the defense here has clamped down on this Air Force offense without question. And we'll see if we can get some solid field position. Newton is going to get us there. So we should at least be in a spot to reclaim the lead if we get into field goal range. But we really got to wake up here offensively. Passing game and all. Unacceptable. There's the give to Bill Bradford, who trying to push forward there. Second down and 5. Bradford's been the highlight of this offense, but the passing game not been there. Andrew Cross, there we go. Did we break 100 with that one? We did, 108. Texas. You're only 2 losses for Texas last season, both of them to us. And they may be in danger of going down here, but Utah, we may be in danger of reclaiming the lead here on the Air Force Falcons. 1st and goal. So it's either us or Air Force at this point. 3 more plays. The give to Bill Bradford. Cuts inside. He's going to get face mask, so he'll get an automatic 1st down. And then we're going to get 3 shots at getting this thing in the end zone here.
Automatic 1st down.
The big heavy's about to clash here, and no problem. Aaron Price with the score. DDP. We had the Battle of Miami in college football this year. Miami versus Miami, Ohio. We did the Battle of the U when we were starting to get some more relevance because we're Utah. We have the big U logo, Utah Utes, and of course the logo in this game is just the U. Now they do the W, but I did the battle with Miami, the Battle of the U, you know, and we did it at the Cotton Bowl Stadium because that is kind of where Miami was born with their famous Cotton Bowl game that they had many, many, many years ago. So I thought it was kind of fitting to do the Battle of the U there, and we won. We won the Battle of the U. That is in not only the Patreon archives, but we try to save all the different photos from the different games as well. But it's kind of corrupt a little bit because you have to rebuild the library every time. So if that's something you guys would like to do, go down memory lane and just look at the old photos and videos that we have saved, and I can kind of tell my memories and stories of those previous games. Let me know. That's something we can certainly do. You guys can let me know if you want to see that in the comments or request that. Become an Ultra fan on Patreon, and as your request, say, I want to see the Utah history. We had a good Ultra fan stream this past weekend. We played some Tony Hawk. We had some classic rage moments. I get mad at the game. Where's up next? Oh, intercepted by Harris. And he's got a clear path. Harris stays on his feet, finally gets dragged down. First turnover of the game for Bryant. He's frustrated, but it came on a deflection. One-on-one. And number 27 there, repping the company channel, the company number. And I'm gonna put a little emoji here. I'm gonna do a little cheer. There you go. Hiya! Andrew Cross, quick one to Newton. And nearly gets in the end zone. Boy, some of these names coming back, Newton, Cox, and all them. I'm remembering them. That was kind of like my Troy team. I remember like Kevin Kidd and all those old Troy players. Kind of crazy. Bill Bradford cannot get in. What do we got to do to grow the channel here? We're growing at a snail's pace. More content, less content. There's the touchdown. Brian Baldwin, and now that always seems to happen in every college football game, right? Where you have the top-ranked team, they might be in a struggle for a bit, but then it's always like at some point they just kind of wake up and start to pull away, and that is what may be happening with Utah right now. And if you're on the other side, if you're a fan of the lower-ranked team, which as a graduate of Troy University and as a big fan of Boise State, I'm often on that other side. It can get frustrating. I've seen so many Troy games where they've had the game close. One of the ones that I went to the game against the Gators a long time ago when Tebow was still there, so that tells you how long ago that was. And Florida come off the national championship. I think they were number 1 at the time. That might have actually been the highest ranked team I've ever seen in person, now that I think about it. But it was in the middle of the second quarter. It was 7-6. And I think they had just blocked a kick, or they had Florida reeling 7-6, and it was a close one. And then Florida and Tebow just rattled off the points. And then before you know it, that was it. And I've seen that a couple times with Troy, where it's like they have them beat at the beginning. And then number 1 just wakes up, and before you know it, toast. Bryant trying one of them options. It worked earlier. This time it does not get the touchdown, but it doesn't get enough for the first down. Mr. Josh Kaplan. Ryan, he does not quite have the speed for the read option stuff. And he does have a touchdown, rushing touchdown to his name here in this day. All right, third quarter in the books here. Air Force Falcons, 26-14. Let's get some plug for our socials in between. Follow us live on Twitch, support the channel on Patreon, subscribe, hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, and support the channel on Ko-Fi, as well as Streamlabs. TV Sports, what was that noise? Did you hear that? Is that the game? What the heck was that? Oh! Yes, first down. Give it to them. Oh, Texas. That's the game right there. Texas and Kansas State having a good one. Florida Atlantic, I was just looking at the bottom of the screen. They're a team that went from having one of the best uniforms. I don't know if I'd say one of the best uniforms in college football, but having a very, very solid uniform to just having one of the worst looks in all of college football. What they've worn the last handful of seasons compared to where they were in the Schnellenberger era. You want to talk about a uniform downgrade. Florida Atlantic right there. Well, touchdown Air Force, man. And I mean, we're in Big 12 play now. So, and we were in Big 12 play a week ago against TCU. But we got to face that reality that Big 12 play is here. And these blowouts might be few and far between, although we still have some weaker teams in the conference, like a Kansas and a Missouri. Oh, there we go. Newton down the sideline, gets tripped up at the 40, 55 yards for Jason Newton. Newman. Quick pass from Andrew Cross to Jermaine Cox for 8. We got a final in Tennessee. Survives Toledo. That was a bit of a low-scoring battle there. Tennessee has had much success with the SEC championship last couple of years. They were pretty... I'd have to look in the... let's look real quick while we're sitting here. Look in the Patreon archives. Because I am fairly sure that Tennessee last year was a conference champ. Oh my god, I was going to say, there's the quick passing that we were getting in the first half, but...
That makes it 2nd and 10.
To give to Bradford straight up the middle. Let's see, last season Tennessee was 11-2, and they were SEC champions. They went to the Sugar Bowl and beat Penn State 28-21. I'll give you all the New Year's sixes while we're here. Iowa beat Navy 52-48. Big Ten versus Big East. And the Sugar Bowl I just read for you. How did Navy get in the Rose Bowl as a Big East team? I just realized that. I guess maybe we don't have the conference affiliations. Cotton Bowl was Notre Dame defeating SMU of Conference USA 31-27. I've since moved SMU into the SEC. Oh, that one. How'd that get in there? You gotta be kidding me. And the Orange Bowl was Virginia Tech of the ACC knocking off Minnesota 52-20. College football playoff, Utah defeats Fresno 34-3. Peach Bowl, Texas defeats USF 28-16. And then national championship 49-7 Utah. You want to talk about a dominant defense last season. These were the points on defense given up. 7, 0, 3, 24, 0, 24, 13, 13, 0, 7, 10, 14, 29, 3, and 7. So that's all up on the YouTube archives. Hopefully it'll stay there forever this time. But the most points we gave up was 24 to TCU and 29 to Texas. Other than that, the amount of single digits and such that we put up. There's 24 to BYU as well. 87-0 to Houston. We had a lot of 80-point, 70-point wins in college football this season. 3 shutouts as well. There was one year where we had 4 shutouts in a season we were pretty proud of. 3rd and goal. Tried to push it in with a rushing attack. Did not work. So we can at least make this a 2-score game with the field goal. Did we hit the upright? Are you kidding me? All right, we got to start paying attention to this. This is getting kind of... Kansas State's got the lead on Texas. We might see Texas and Utah go down here. Oh my God, you guys. All right, we got to buckle down. No more looking at histories.
Call it a gain of 10 yards. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Kaplan gets rocked. He loses the football. And that Kaplan, he came in, he was injured, comes back in, and that hit, that fumble, may have just won the game here. My God. Boy, that was a big play, was it not? Andrew Cross to Baldwin. Brian Baldwin at the 1, and this one more touchdown may put this one out of reach with time starting to wind down. That, and they put an injured player back in. Kansas State, there you go, knocks off Texas. So there'll be some shuffling in the Big 12, and there's your touchdown for the Utah Utes. Dun, 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 dun. The turnovers have been big here the last couple of possessions. Getting those turnovers, putting them in a world of hurt. Still a 2-touchdown game, though. They can score quickly enough. They're going to go right back to Kaplan, who just fumbled the football, I guess trying to give his confidence back. But, I mean, you got to look at the clock here, and they might need to start throwing the football. Bryant does connect with Butler. Butler cuts inside.
That's a gain of 15 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Oh, there's Kaplan again. Now Air Force starting to get on the move here. Bryant hit from behind. Sack. That's exactly when we needed that to happen. Oh, Hagan comes in, so actually Bryant goes down, so the backup, C.J. Hagan, in the game now for Air Force, and it's 3rd and forever. Hagan to Powers. Powers out of bounds. Non-side kicks are a little easier to get in this game than it is Madden. Although I looked up a tutorial, I'm interested to try. I may have gotten away to get some onside kicks in Madden. We'll have to see. I watched some things. I looked at some things. But this is the here and now. Backup for Air Force. Down by 2 scores. Hagan could run it if he wants to. He is. Slides down. Gets the first down. More of that. Let's get this defense rolling. Hagan's still in the game, so Bryant must have taken quite the injury out there. Still be out of this thing.
That makes it 3rd and 7. Bryant is in at quarterback.
Bryant comes back in. And it's a first down for the Falcons of Air Force here. So Bryant back in the game. But they got a minute, so they call the timeout, though. It's starting to wind down on them here. Bryant, that's not going to get it done. They got to look for the end zone. Right? This little short dink and dunk. It's not going to get it done. Bryant gets crushed. Lambert. Holy smokes. Bryant got to pick himself up off the turf. Bryant is down again. The last time out, they're going to hang on to it. I think it might be good night here for the Air Force Falcons, and that was just a desperation play, and that is going to be your ball game. Utah. Go ahead and let's see, they're not even giving us an option to take a knee. All right, we'll run it one more time. One more run, call it a day, and your Utes are going to survive and go to 4-0 here. They do take their last time out. Oh, you sons of... With your skin coming through your shirt there. All right, now we can wind it down and say victory here. 4-0 for the Utah Utes. And with that, we will start to say farewell both on Twitch and on YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little too close for comfort there, right? But you got kind of close rivals in proximity here. Former rivals from the Mountain West now doing it up big in the Big 12 here. Utah Air Force clashing, but Utah gets the win. So if you guys want to see a little bit of extra, you guys saw what happened with Texas and Kansas State there, right? If you guys want to see some extra, if you guys want to look at the recruitment and all that fun stuff, we are going to go extra. Utah Utes Extra, exclusively on Patreon. Look at the scores. Look at any big upsets. Look at some standings. Look at the recruitment and get you all set up for game number 5 in the college football season. Utah survives at 33-21. Get some final pictures here. Oh yeah, these are all possible thumbnails. Ooh, that'd be a good thumbnail, right? Yeah. All right, guys. That is going to do it here. Don't forget to tune in. Patreon.com/TBSports27. We're going to bring you all the additional coverage in between weeks and get you all prepped for game number 5. So for the super fans of college football, we'll see you over there on Patreon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate it.